the chart box, if you wanted to say you are brand new, maybe it's afterwards somebody can kind of have some idea of how many brand new people who have not exposed to these teachings. We can have some sense. Oh yeah, you can do the hand thing. Brand new people. How many people brand new? Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Well, it seems like quite a lot of new people in coming to the teaching, and I wanted to especially welcome all the new people. Um, we're very happy to have you in our mandala, in our sangha, cyber sangha here. Um, I, usually sometimes some of these teachings can be a little bit complicated, a little overwhelming, but we will try to make as simple, as accessible, as personal as possible. So, but anytime when you do feel like um, you're not getting it, understanding it, don't worry about it. um, what and don't worry too much about what you're not understanding, because this is what usually we do. It doesn't help, but whatever you do understand, whatever you do like, engage with that. Whatever you don't understand, don't get it, don't engage with that, and able to just let go, just say maybe this is not what meant to be for now for me, and whatever I'm getting may be I meant to learn now this time, and just engage with that. So that's the simple approach. Okay. So we'll start with the how you say, the Guru Yoga. If you have the Guru Yoga, please put it up there, just one time. Thank you. So this morning's session, I would like to focus just kind of overview and particularly focus on the just kind of overview of the nine breathing, Tsalung, and just generally practices, Tibetan yoga practices. And then next session we will go into the three tongra, so like Zoku tongra, Sambhoga Kaya tongra, Sambhoga Kaya practice, and the Nirmana Kaya practice, and Dharma Kaya practice, and then later we will discuss about the three breathing. So first, just to overview of Tummo practice, and somehow when Tummo practice is kind of everybody kind of have some idea what Tummo practice means, but I don't know. I'm sure that everybody really knows what Tummo practice is. So Tummo practice is not just any yoga practices or any breathing practices, but it is a very specific kind of yoga breathing practice of awareness, which is directly um, towards the enlightenment. So it's to achieve enlightenment, to achieve liberation, Buddhahood. So whole goal of the Tummo practice is to enlightenment. So and I don't expect all everybody to understand what that is and how we should believe in that or anything like that. But it's important to mention from the from the intention, from the cycle of the teaching, is that's what it is. If you understand, it's great. If you don't understand that, maybe not try too hard, right? So, but as we are interested in as the teaching is directed toward the achieving full enlightenment, that means before you achieve full enlightenment, there's a lot of benefits what happens on the way to achieving enlightenment. So many benefits, I would say, benefits like health benefits or physical health benefits or psychological benefits, emotional benefit, uh, or like deepening our meditation or some many aspect of benefit is clearly there, and partly all of you, many of you here, I can see many of you already are very familiar with all the teachings that I've been doing, and particularly the nine breathing or purification and five Tsalung exercises that we have been doing for so long time. I don't know how many years we have been doing, right? So we all know the benefit from nine breathing and five Tsalung exercise. So those who of us who have been doing these practices, it's a reminder and encouragement and deepening understanding more into these two particular practices. So some sense of more, opportunity to learn more, deepen more, and engage more with the practices. Um, so those you are first time here, and I maybe later in the link, if you see, there's if on YouTube, if you press Salung exercises, five Salung exercises by me. So I saw a few of them. Um, some of them, I don't know whoever puts them there, but they're there, and not always they're supposed to be there, but then they're there. So since it's there, we can take the benefit of it. So if we can share the link and watch them, learn through them. I mean, basically, really spending time to read it, to understand it, and practice it by yourself. And if you have some people who knows these practices around you, go for it. Try ask help. So since we cannot, cover all the details in every practices here, so that's what I'm encouraging. The YouTubes are there, and also the Awakening the Sacred Body, the book Awakening the Sacred Body in English. and it has been well, in a way, maybe it would be nice since the chart box and anybody can chart there, so that anybody who is coming from different countries and those who have awakening the sacred body in your language or any language, also in English language, please maybe screenshot and post in the chat, or at least send the link, title, something there, so the other people who are new here, we can support them. So Awakening the Sacred Body is really the book which is primarily emphasizing night breathing and five thermal exercises with very, very detailed visualizations and how to personalize it, and how to practice as a personal development. So I would highly recommend that for new people. So overall, in the Tumo practice is written by Sherzatashi Janse. Sherzatashi Janse is a commentary by Sherzatashi Janse. It's rooted into higher tantric teachings, but it is also practiced by some other Buddhist schools, so it's commonly shared. Sherzatashi Janse is the great master who had passed away in the beginning of the century, who achieved the body of light, rainbow body. Um, a great master, and so many of his teachings are so much benefited to the students, and many people are applying many different aspects of his teaching, and partly also all the dream yoga practice that I teach is also inspired by Shazar. So, and the big part of the beginning part of the text is basically talking about what we said, nepatsa yowa lung temba tigle. Nepatsa means, in some sense, I call it abiding channels, or uh, the still channels. So the channels are still, right? So, and then yowa lung means moving wind or moving energy, moving prana, moving chi. So the energy is nature of energy is movement. It always have to move from exhalation, inhalation, communication, interaction, defending, and increasing, energizing. So the wind does so many of those things. For example, five Tsanung axis, five wind is the life force, the life upward moving wind. It gives kind of basically feeding the brain. And a simple way to look at it will be five Tsanung exercise will be, I mean, most how you say ordinary common way of looking will be upward moving Tsanung exercise is like a feeding the brain. And I am sure that if somebody measures that, you can see the blood flow of into the brain is far more than before your exercises. And that whole idea is that the upward moving um, helps every sense, sight, smells, hearing, memory, every part, what bigger part of the brain's function, it help, because upward moving wind is moving this energy up and feeding the brain. So what I'm trying to say here in short is, second is called I say the second is called Yowa Lung, moving wind. So understanding is, in this still abiding or not moving or still channels, there is a moving wind. And these channels one might see these, understand these channels as a channel, like a pipe, almost like a vein, uh, or nervous system, that through which the energy moves, energy flows, energy is opened up, energy is exercised, energy is spread, energy is shared, energy is affecting. So many things is happening through these actual channels, what we call channels in the body, tsa. But some channels might be they might be not actually like a pipe. They might be just energy, like when they talk about in acupuncture, it's not like a meridian, that energy meridian. If you touch one part of the body, the other part of the body, you are feeling the sensation. So there's some kind of energetic channels or energetic communication with movement. So your lung so could mean so many of that. Temba Tigle, the third one. So these three are the kind of fundamental. Nepa Tsa, Yowa Lung, Temba Tigle. So Temba Tigle is what is supported or what is abiding there in this between the channel and the energy. What supports or what is supported is the tigle. Tigle is, in some sense, there are many different kind of tigle, but I think some simple understanding will be from very gross to very subtle experiences or of awareness in the body. So in different part of the body, if you like in acupuncture, when you're putting hand massage or foot massage, reflexology, some part, then it's connected with some organ and it's kind of pumping the organ, energizing the organ or waking the organ up, something like that. So it's that when that location and when that energy is moved into another location, like any one of the organs, then that organ began to respond. Some healing start to happen there. Some liveliness began to happen there. Some unblocking things happen there. So these experiences of consciousness or awareness, I think they are kind of tigle. Tigle will be like when I'm burst with joy, when something in my heart chakra opens up, or my flow of life force channel, life force heart chakra opens up. That's a channel. Or heart life force prana awakes. Then what can happen when that channel and when that prana awakes? What happens? Bursts of joy or love or tears of emotion. When these things happen, they are like aspects of tigle. And these tigle is these experiences of burst joy, deep love, or deep healing. These experiences are happening because it is supported by that particular awakening of the wind, and that wind is particularly supported by opening of that particular channel or chakra. So this channel, the wind, and the tigle, the experiences, are very much connected with that. So that the whole exercises of Tumo is basically designed on that principle. So let's give an example, simple example. Will be, I was just thinking this morning, maybe what would be the nice simple example. So I think it would be nice to think about a beautiful temple, a house, actual physical house, right? Beautiful, beautiful, um, uh, 21st century sacred temple, built with the most advanced technology, most advanced material, most advanced ecological, most advanced, kind of designing system. Think about that. That that has all the needs. So I mean, let's say whatever the human being thinks is a need is typically what we will think. Let's say our not particular Western sense of need, but more East-West Union commune sense of need will be first to create a beautiful shrine in that building. Okay, shrine room. Room number one is the shrine room. Okay, which is often in the West is missed. People have many rooms, big houses. There is no shrine. I don't mean particular Buddhist shrine or Buddha image or image of Christ or image of any particular. I don't mean particular that that some people don't have those kind of faith and belief. But if some people do, if you have, then you have to have those really right image of Buddha, Dharmakaya, image of Sambhogakaya, image of Nirmanakaya. For example, in Tumo practice, we are trying to imitate, we are trying to become the three kaya. In the next session of the practice will be like Longku, Tulku, and Pongku, these three kaya. So in the shrine, need to have those kind of representative statues or tankas or something like. Or you can have, I don't know, very electronic version of everything. I don't know, it doesn't matter. But to have a shrine, what I'm saying, the key point is, do you have a small corner, a little room, small area of your house called sacred space? I know we have a big kitchen. I know we have a big fridge. I know we are filled with food. I know we have a fancy bathrooms. All the lower chakras are much more prioritized in the Western houses. Higher chakras are dismissed, right? So let's bring a little bit awareness because of that. So let's try to have that also in our own real houses. But this example will be first, number one house will be shrine. Number two house will be, maybe let's think about throat, like communication activity, like your home office or home creative place, home artwork place, or whatever your creativity is. Room number two. Room number three, you can think about maybe the heart chakra, where you, I don't know, maybe the nice living room where everybody comes together with a nice warm fire. Family comes together, sits together, talks together, connects with each other, and you give that room priority every day. You do that, right? And then, of course, we have a kitchen where the food is there, where the cooking happens, where the feeding happens. And then you have a bathroom where your cleaning happens. Whatever you eat, you have to you have to put somewhere, right? So that's the place where you are doing the purification after you're stuffed. So you have all these 5 rooms in the building. But how does this building is operated? Building is operated, number one, is the pipes of the water. In the teaching, it says, Isheju Weju Lungju Taju Tigliju. So the channels in which wisdom moves, channels which light moves, channels which wind moves, channels which blood moves, channels which the highest awareness, consciousness moves, like 5 channels. Let's talk about different levels of channels. So if you look at the building, it's the same thing. We have to have when you do the camping, they call it black water, gray water, white water, right? Clear water. So you have at least 3 different pipes to move 3 different fundamental basic thing. Black water doesn't go up, it goes down. The gray water also doesn't go up, it goes down, but you need a pumping machine to do that. And the white water goes up. You have to bring it up into the kitchen. So you have 3 different kind of water which need to move up and down. Then you have gas, energy. So gas also same way. Gas in pipe, the way the pipe where the gas move, all these pipe should be still, stable. They should not be moving. That's called nepatsa. They need to be still. They need to be directed to specific energy center, a specific room. So gas needed to move in every houses where every room where they heated. So room is warm and comfortable. Like if the energy is moved in all the different organs in different parts of your body keeps in a comfort temperature, and it burns what it needs to be burned. It does not allow what it doesn't. It should not be frozen. It keeps the right kind of temperature, right kind of healthy place. So you have like a gas to warm. Then you have electricity. Electricity is these tiglis, the bulbs. Bulbs are like a tiglis. So you have every room has a tiglis, and some room you have more tiglis. So and they all tiglis are also connected through the electric wires, that which is more connected to the base power base. So you can see you can have a switch on and off there, and every little switch, every room has a switch where when you turn it on, it illuminates that room. So when we turn on our heart space, awareness, I'm aware of myself, I'm aware of my power, I'm aware of my love, I'm aware of my sadness, I'm aware of my joy, I'm aware of what is happening in my heart. So awareness is like a tigle. These emotions are also like a tigle, but it's happening in your heart because there's some movement is happening in your heart. Like a life, like a Salung life or Salung wind. It's kind of opening up. It's opening up. And the awareness, it recognizes the sadness is blocked and suppressed there. So with movement for the channel, which is still, and breath, which is movement by holding it, working with that prana in the heart, and awareness, which is related to these sadness and negative emotions, is aware of that, is working with directly with those emotions, and hold together, they're moving the heart area, it's opening up. When these three things kind of opens up, then so much experiences happens in the heart. That's one location in the 5 locations, right? If the old household is busy in the kitchen, getting good shopping, good recipe, and busy in cutting, chopping, frying, cleaning, busy in a kitchen for 2 hours, what happens in the end? You expect good meal, right? You expect good meal. But some houses, the kitchen is dead. You go to there, they never, hardly ever cook. So they will say, oh, let's go to McDonald's or something like that. Let's go to the fast food store very fast to get some food. You see, yeah, that's what we do. So we feel junk food with our sacred chakras are filled with junk foods. So some sense, going, activating each of these rooms with that with whatever is coming in that room, the light, the wind, is benefiting that. So chakra system exactly work that way. And the most important, the last one, I think it was a very good example, will be the internet, because this is internet age, right? We never think about that before, but think about nowadays we have something called internet router, right? And so what is the function of the router is? Router is the most fancy channel, chakra, and tigle. Maybe like an enlightened channel, chakra, and tigle. From that little place, connection to the little device, not even through wires anymore, through Bluetooth, through wireless, connect to your device. Through your device, it's connected to the universe. Universe, anywhere in the world. And that also same thing. So in some sense, highest aspect of the channels, or maybe highest and the subtlest aspect of the channels, and subtlest aspect of the wind, and the subtlest aspect of the awareness does not need a location. Does not need some kind of community. I mean, it was some sense is directly connected with the brain. So in some sense, the brain and the heart. Maybe let's think about the brain, upward moving, and in the brain, and some clear uh, transformation, connection, awareness when it can be created. It has so much power. That awareness, that energy, the awakening can have so much power to influence rest of our body. You know, I'm sure you have heard one of the project of Elon Musk is called Neuralink. That Neuralink, and these are maybe the future, where where I know, like I know many people think, oh my God, horrible. Yeah, I know. We always thought that horrible when the even answering machine came first time, and phone came. We can never leave the phone now, right? So, but we don't know we will like it or not like it. But anyway, there's some sense of direct communication. And what does in the teaching says? We also say direct transmissions, direct teachings. So some sense of, instead of going through all these different layers of body channels, the winds and the emotions, there might be some direct access to these deeper uh, channels and deeper, uh, subtler winds. Lung Tower. In Tibetan, we call Lung Sem Tower. Subtle wind and subtle awareness can have subtler aspect of the Tigle awareness, which will have the greatest power for transformation. So, in the end of the day, what we are trying to do is seeking for some transformation of this body into enlightened body, this energy into enlightened energy, this mind, ordinary mind, into enlightened mind. Okay, so that's the whole goal of it. A transformation, and the transformation, and the tools and means of transforming them is this Tsa, Lung, and Tigle, these three fundamental things. Example of the house. So then once you have these then what is this beautiful temple? It's illuminated. When you see this beautiful temple in the dark room, maybe in the top of the peak, what do you see? This beautiful temple illuminated with the lights from all the windows, all four directions of the windows illuminated. Very spacious, illuminated, functioning. Same way, our own body is, in the end, what we want, our crown is very open and illuminated and experiencing everything what it should experience and functioning every way it is. It's every any given moment its best ability to communicate with the rest of our body, the brain. And and brain needed to be feeded, brain needed to give that energy, and that energy is not always, let's think this way, that energy is not always calorie. Okay, because in the west very often we think about energy in terms of the calorie, sugar, and I don't know, they're saying brain is just only 2% of the mass of the body and takes 25% of the calorie what when we intake. That's a lot of calorie with the little thing up there is taking away. But when we feed with the wind, with the subtle energies, it does not need to consume so much of the calorie or something. But it's a better kind of energizing means through pure upward moving wind food. Through pure upward moving wind food, maybe we can say, right? So the Tsalung exercise is very much like it's really like a wind food, feeding the heart, crown, brain, feeding the heart, feeding the throat, feeding the navel, feeding the secret chakra, and clearing them, energizing them. That's what. So that's the fundamental aspect of these, understanding of this Tsa, Lung, and Tigle. Okay, you wanted to say that Tsa, Lung, and Tigle. And usually when we do say Tsalung practice, but in a way we could also say Tsalung Tigle practice, right? Uh, so I guess the reason we say Tsalung practice is we are not emphasizing enough of Tigle during the five Tsalung exercises. We are emphasizing more on Tsa and Lung only. Okay, so that's what it is. So let's do a session of practice of Tsalung. with maybe a little bit more new understanding and or better understanding. So let's sit comfortably. So the first Sano exercise, as it is related to the crown, the brain. So when we say nepatsa, so nepatsa it's here. The lung is what we hold in our throat, and then we feed the brain, we feed the crown chakra, and uh, tempa tigle will be each time when we exhale, when we shoot it up, there's a moment of like a burst, like a clearing, opening. Uh, it's like getting some food into the crown chakra in the brain, some sense of more clear, awakeful, alertness. You experience that, you're trying to be more aware of that as far as Sa Lung Tiglis experience is concerned. So sit comfortably, cross-legged, spine straight, chest open, chin slightly down. Bring your attention to the throat. Breathe in deep. Into the throat. Hold for a moment. And breathe again, whatever the leftover is. There's always a little bit left over. Breathe in again, just full. Then hold. Then you look at me here. If you don't know, just roll your head 5 times counterclockwise. Five times clockwise. Come straight and breathe it out deep. Breathe out deep and just keep your spine and neck straight, chin down. So when we move, just be very gentle with your neck. So just as if you're going down, like when you're moving down each area corner, like when you turn like this, you feel more comfortable here. When I go like this, just comfortable here, just time and comfort. Not like this, just time and comfort. Each area, the opposite area. So you can feel like your attention awareness is fully there and there smoothly movement is happening. Some, um, but sometimes some people would just they go so kind of very rushing and like a kind of almost like a scares me. They're going to injure themselves or something. So 5 times counterclockwise, 5 times clockwise, come straight and breathe out very deep. When you breathe out very deep, make sure the energy is moving upward. Breath is out. So, so from down up, energy is moving upward, and it kind of basically feeding the brain. That's what I'm saying. It's feeding the brain chakra. Think about it's a better than any medicine. Think about it's like a energy feeding of the brain. So let's repeat this 5 times comfortably. And as far as those who are new, the breath, if you cannot hold all 5 movements, and just do it 3 and then breathe it out, or you can do movement a little bit faster, then breathe it out. But I would recommend more, do only three and breathe it out. Do three better than doing five fast and not doing well. Okay, so let's do that 5 times. Breathe in, fully hold, inhale, re-inhale fully, hold, move. Okay, just for a moment, rest in that. Imagine like a clear sky, a luminous sky in your crown. It's fully open, like a clear blue sky, and it's luminous. Luminous is like it's awake, it illuminated. The shrine room in the house, the light switch is turned on. Now that room is illuminated, rest of the rooms are not illuminated yet. Just kind of see that way. Okay, now bring down your attention to your heart. You can hold your hand here if you just feel like your attention for a moment. So this is the Nepatsa, in some sense, the channel in the heart area, the chakra, Korlo. And then when we breathe in deep in, do the same deep breathe in and hold in the heart for a moment. Re-inhale, inhale completely whatever is not left over. Hold, do the movement, and then exhale gently, fully out, and then feel this space. It's clearing. We say opening, openness, and luminous. Process of opening, then you feel more openness. Then in that openness, you feel luminous awareness. So, tsa, lung, awareness is like a tigle. Like, and that through that awareness, maybe a little joy might experience. You know, maybe a little bit more warmth and love you might experience. Those all are a manifestation of like a tigle in that moment. So let's do that. Just those you don't know the movement, just please look at me. So we do 3 times. Let's just do 3 times. 5 times movement. Come down, and 5 times. Come down. Now feel the heart chakra, heart kolo, nyingi kolo, opening, openness, and luminous. Opening, it's like a process. The, the, the chakra, the physical location, is a process of opening it. Openness is more, feel like an energetic sense of more opening. The winds are clearing it more. Then luminous will be awareness is arising, arising or becoming alive, sense of a joy, love, compassion, equanimity. These are expression of tigle arising. Usually we don't emphasize enough or bring awareness enough to it, trying to bring that, allow a joy in your heart, for example, just simple. For a moment, your heart is more physically more open, energetically more open, channels is more opened, wind is moving more. Now allow the joy. Okay, the next, now bring your attention to the navel and put your hands like this and then breathe in, deep breathing in navel, hold there, and then when you, and then after holding, then in the end, re-inhale. Basically, re-inhale is leftover breath, re-inhale, and then follow the movement, and then breathe it out. So let's do 3 times. Put your stomach inward, outward, inward, outward, belly inward, outward. 5 times counterclockwise, and then 5 times clockwise. And come straight and breathe it out. Let the wind just move and feel more opening. Repeat again 2 more times. Once again, feel opening, openness, luminous. Let me think about these 3 word terms. Opening, it's like a process of that abiding channel or chakra. It has moved that area, it's opening, physical, energetic blockages. Openness, feeling more like it's already gone, feeling more space there. And then luminous means you are now you are aware or you have connection to that space that which illuminates it. That's the tigle. See that way? Okay. Now bring attention below the navel. It's a so first exercise was is called upward moving wind. Second was called life force related to the heart. First was to the crown. So the third was connected to the navel, the fire. The fourth is connected to the below the navel and also all over the body. It's called pervasive wind, expansion pervading wind. So so breathe in deep, kind of hold there for a moment, and then feel this sense of expanding, and then follow the movement and breathe it out. When you breathe it out, feel like the energy is expanding, reaching to all over your body 3 times. So just feel the opening, like all the channels, nerves in the body, they are opening, physical sense of more opening, and then energetic sense more openness. And then in that openness, you feel a sense of awakefulness, energy of feeling awake, feeling energized, feeling kind of clear, strong, grounded. Whatever experiences uh, you feel in your body, allow that. The last one, the downward moving wind connected to the root chakra. So breathe in, hold at the root, the sexual organ area. Re-inhale, hold completely, and follow the movement 3 times. Okay, just feel once again opening and that whole root area, root chakra, opening physically, openness energetically, and luminous. Be aware of that, connect with that. Okay. So, those who are new here, and I think um, I'm not sure. I'm not looking at the chat box here, but maybe I think you can share the links that I sent yesterday night to YouTube links, which is explains it, and also shows it how to do it. So I would recommend to watch that because we don't have. It's not very easy on a Zoom to explain everything, and also many people already done know already knows, and then the book Awakening the Sacred Body. It's a depth explanation of the Salon. Read it, and there's a video also, and you can also those you have read it and not read it well, you can reread it and read it well. So and also one thing, it's always kind of developmental stages with these exercises. One is how to do it, the physical sense, which is really very simple, just very easy to just follow, right, instruction how to do it. But then how to do it, understand it, what's happening, it's a different story. And what kind of different layers of understanding, it's a different story. It's, I mean, probably there will be never, until we are illuminated fully, it will never be, we can say we understand fully the Zalong exercise, because we cannot. And particularly when we are talking about, example of the temple and, pipe, black pipe for black water, gray water, white water, electricity, gas, internet, high speed internet. You can see even in that world, it keep on expanding. So in this world, far more to expand. So there's no way to somehow think that, okay, I got fully or something like that. I think there's always good to expand more and more. A typical yoga places in the West, they're physical oriented. They're physical idea of fit. You know, just uh, very physical approach, not much of energetic approach, not much of emotional or awareness approach at all. Most of them. So, and when we do exercise generally, and we also kind of get into that system, we just let's do salon. It's just kind of, everybody's just kind of doing and following number or not following the number and just breathing out, feeling good. That's fine. There's a benefit for it for sure. But there's more benefit of it if you bring the second level, which is the more energetic opening part. There is far more benefit if you bring a little bit more understanding and awareness of the tigles, and don't have to always understand very very detailed Tibetan kind of way. At least just general sense of tigli idea of that when each of these places are open, they have a different energy. If you emphasize kitchen, if you love kitchen, if you love to be in the kitchen, if you love to do things in the kitchen, if your whole family is a kitchen family, then that family's kitchen is a very different kitchen than anybody else's kitchen. It's not the structure, it's not what is coming in, what is going out. It's more the energy, what is created there, or what is experiencing there, or in another person's shrine room. Many people even don't have the shrine room, and in one house, if you in maybe kitchen is not much active. Maybe bathroom, even you don't know where the bathroom is. Maybe a tiny bathroom somewhere, just serving what its needs are. But the most emphasis is the shrine room. Nice size, illuminated every day, offering happening every day, chantings happening every day. There's more much of illumination. The experience what's happening there matters, right? Not the structure, not what kind of light is there. Light needed to be illuminated. Light needed to be turned on. Light needed to be enjoyed. Light needed to be benefited. So most of us, those who have been doing last 10, 15 years Salung practices, your emphasis is opening the energy. Your emphasis is opening that light, opening, openness, energy, luminous, that awareness, like in the heart. When you're doing these Salung, you need to pay more and more attention to in the heart. You're feeling so much more joy. You're feeling so much more sense of warmth and love. So in the end, this emotion needed to be shift, change, transform. Wisdom needed to be awakened and experience the dynamic energies, not just the sake of doing the salon, right? That's for sure. This has always been taught like that. I'm teaching that way, but I'm especially highlighting that for people who have been doing for a long time, as in the yoga, and all the time, yogas are meant to be like that, and people practices yoga, they did emphasize in that way. But when we are doing in the yoga studios, emphasis is more on the posture. Who can do better posture? There's in the competitions goes on there. Forget about feeling the openness and feeling connection. Is more like a competition. Energies are raised. I'm in the best posture that I can do. So I think it's good to emphasize there. So that's all for this morning, and have a nice break, and then we'll come back. We'll quickly go through the 9 breathing practice, and then we'll go to the 3 tonra practices. Okay. Thank you.